So one of the questions I get asked all the time is, why do we need a realtor? In today's world where you can look up everything, Wikipedia everything, a lot of times people feel like an expert in everything. And often when people ask me, why'd you go with a realtor when this is your third house? I told them why. This last house was a little different situation for us with it being a new build and everything. And things went really well, but there was also a lot of road bumps in the path too, unexpected road bumps. Some with selling our house, some with once we had the house and it was not what we expected. And that is where we needed a good realtor, and that good realtor was Group Odell. Dan helped us navigate a real sticky situation where we were close to walking away. And so Dan stepped in and negotiated with both parties, and it turned out better than we could have ever imagined.
Yeah. We definitely had an instance where once we had committed and signed the papers with our new home, we found out that our backyard and our property that was backing up to the house was actually not what they had stated when we signed. So we spent some time with Dan, and he absolutely had the clout, the confidence, the everything you would expect for someone to have to come to bat for you. And he fixed the situation for us. We had a couple of options. He came to the table, and we had options which we would not have had.
Yeah.
We would have just been two people buying a house and at the mercy of this massive developer had we not had somebody like Dan and Maria at our side. So we had a couple of options. One was to walk away from the deal altogether, and with that, the builder actually offered us to out of our contract plus some money to go away, and you could buy anything in any of their communities, which was amazing. So we had an out there. The other option was a very generous stipend to transform our backyard into the backyard that we would have wanted to do but wouldn't have been able to do on our own. So long story short, we ended up choosing the option to transform our backyard and stay in that location, and we couldn't be happier. We were very, very excited and happy with how everything came together.
I think one thing with Dan too and Group Odell is they don't take the easy way out. The easy way could have been for him to say, oh, you guys are fine, it's not going to be as bad as you think, but instead he put in the extra hours and the extra legwork, and that's why we are always 100% satisfied with the results of Group Odell.
Yeah, and I will say, it's very intimidating to be working with those big multi-million and billion-dollar building and development companies. And I remember when we walked in that house that day to kind of like come to the table with what can we do from a solution standpoint. And Rudy and I kind of looked at each other, and then here comes Dan walking in, and we were like, okay, we've got this.
It's where you sit back and enjoy the ride because Dan's got it under control every time.
Yeah.